Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Sabrina and I post videos every Sunday at 1 p.m. Today I'm doing the My First Time tag. I realize that these questions are not at all standards. There is a few tag questions online, but I kind of pick and chose and changed a few just to make it a bit more interesting for you guys. So I have all the questions on my phone again. I love doing tags. If you haven't watched my TMI tag, highly recommend it. I'm super embarrassing and I talk about my dogs a lot in it, so what can you lose? What do you have to lose? My phone case, my tea. First tweet. I know I got Twitter in 2009, so I would have been 14. No idea what my first tweet was. I'm not sure if I can find it. Okay, I have 2,000. I think I could scroll through 2,000 tweets. I've been tweeting a lot lately. If you don't follow me on Twitter, it's at ArcticSabrina. Follow me. Am I fully back? I follow everybody. And I have like no. Oh my god, I scrolled up to the top. Can I like Google it? Is there? I'm gonna Google it. Comes up. If you Google it, don't scroll. Discover your first tweet. DiscoverTwitter.com. Really? This is shocking. I don't remember this at all. It was on September 19th, 2009. Would have been 14, would have been grade 9. And I tweeted 90210 Season 1 Episode 2 Smiley Face. I've never watched 90210. Like, obviously I have, but I've never watched the season like fully. It's like one of the only, I've never watched 90210, I've never watched One Tree Hill. First YouTube video. Can I just remind you all, if you have watched my other like 50 Facts About Me TMI tag, my YouTube account in high school was like almost everything else in high school, a fan account. And it was like a 10-minute long video. So embarrassing. On how to get Luke Hemmings from Buy Sauce to follow you on Twitter. Because that was like a thing. If you were in the fandoms back then, this was when I was in like grade 11 or 12. And it was when Five Sauce was like, everybody loved Five Sauce. And they would follow them on Twitter. So I made a video about how to get Luke Hemmings to follow you on Twitter. Because he still follows my fan account on Twitter. Just saying. I think I unfollowed him too. Sorry, Luke. First person you subscribe to on YouTube. Okay. I watched Jade and Whale, and I watched that L person. L something. She has a sister, I think. But I don't think I knew how to subscribe to people then. I think probably the first person I ever subscribed to was Zoe. I think it was Zoella, and then I stopped watching YouTube, and then I started watching Casper, and I kind of didn't really watch the British YouTubers anymore, and then he went over, and then I watched them all. And then I stopped, and then it was a whole thing. Anyways, I think it was Zoe, or it was the L person. I don't remember her last name. I wonder if she's still on YouTube. Elle Fowler. Yes, it was Juicy Star 07. TBT, who remembers that? Oh, that was a long time ago. First Facebook profile. I am notorious for deleting all my ugly Facebook profile pictures. I am 110% certain that it was horrid because I got Facebook when I was in like 4th grade and I wasn't allowed to have it. I don't know what it was. We'll just leave it at that. Do you still talk to your first love? No. So what was your first alcoholic drink? Like going out to a party or like with my friends. Captain Morgan. I one time had Captain Morgan's and David's Tea's chai tea. I forget what it's called. Pumpkin chai tea mixed together. I can't drink Captain Morgan's anymore. It was the worst thing I've ever drank in my life. It was horrible. Don't ever do that. What was your first car? It's a 2006 Kia. It's a van, and it's my parents' old van. I call her Sheila, and she's seen better days. She's pretty roughed up now. Who is the first person to text you today? That's a good question. I got a text from my friend Carol that I didn't read until this morning, and then I think Tyler, probably. Who was the first person you thought of this morning? my dogs and my parents because they went to run a race, and I had to think about when I would take the dogs so that I would meet them at the finish line. So, yeah, not very juicy stuff. What was the first concert you ever went to? Growing up in Thunder Bay, there is a very small percentage of people who come to play concerts here. My first concert was Good Charlotte, and I fell asleep, and I think my dad carried me home. I was probably like 8 or 6 to 8. I don't know how old I was. I must have been young. When was your first detention? I never had detention except this one time in grade 10. I got in trouble because another girl was talking, but the teacher couldn't tell us apart for some reason. So she was getting fed up with like kind of the whole class or something. And so she kept yelling at the other girl, and then she caught me talking during a movie, and she kicked me out of the class because she thought I had been the one talking the whole time, who she kept getting mad at. So I got kicked out along with like 4 or 5 other people, and we all had detention for like 15 minutes at lunch. It was really stupid. Really stupid. What was your first word? I think mom or dad. One of those, probably. Classic. I know my first sentence was in the bath. I was bathing with my older sister. I was like a baby. And she was like, she took something from me, and I said, "Stop that, I had it first," or "That's mine, I had it first," and I yelled it. Which is so me. First foreign country you've gone to. I don't count the USA because it's literally like half an hour away. So without the US, it was Italy to visit family. First movie you remember seeing? Ooh, the Barney movie. Yeah, I don't remember going to the movie theater to see it, but I loved that Barney movie where he went to the alien land and there was a tickle tree. That I remember. I also remember going to see Pokemon in theaters, and I loved it. First broken bone was, I think, my pinky. I never broke a bone. I've never, on medical records, I've never broken a bone before, but I've definitely broken a few fingers, but never, bad enough to need to go to the hospital. But, funny story, when I broke my pinky, my sister and I were grounded. Don't remember why, we were in trouble. And we weren't allowed on the computer. Remember when you only had one computer in your house? Yeah, we weren't allowed on the computer. My mom used to take the keyboard away. Steph went on it, my sister Steph went on it to use, to do something for homework. And then she was playing games on it afterwards, and I was kind of jealous, and I was like, "You're not allowed to be on that. I'm telling mom I'm turning off the computer." And I went down to turn off the computer because the computer was a box underneath the desktop and the table. And I went to turn it off, and she grabbed my hand and twisted it and broke my finger. That sounds really mean now, but that's just a classic sibling tale. What was your first phone? My first phone was an iPhone 4. I didn't get a phone until I was in grade 11 or 12, and so when I got it, I think the iPhone 5 was out, but I didn't want to spend the money on it, so I got an iPhone 4, and I had it for 2 or 3 years, and then I got my iPhone 6. Yeah, last year I got an iPhone 6. Where was the first place you traveled alone? I first traveled alone by myself to New York last year with my friend. And then, without my family, I went on a school trip to China when I was 14, which was a little wild. When was your first kiss? I'm sure I had, elementary school kisses, but I have, a very horrible memory, and I know there were some, but I could not tell you the stories. So my first kiss that I actually remember was in 7th grade, was in the hallway. It was just a peck, but a teacher yelled at us and was like, "That's not proper school behavior," or something, and it was hands down the most embarrassing moment of my middle school life. I'm reminiscing now, and I shouldn't. Where was your first date? My first date, the movies, I don't know. You know when you're first starting out dating, so you go as a group? definitely went as a group to movies multiple times without telling my mom that I was going on dates. I was just going with my friends, and then we'd meet boys there many times in grade 7, probably grade 8. Yeah, my first proper date, my first date with Tyler, we consider our first date like going hiking, was great. What was your first pet? My brother had a fish named Fishy. My sister got the neighbor's hamster after one of their kids moved out and didn't want it anymore, and its name was Caramel. And it bit her once, so I stayed away from it. Then my brother got a bunny named Bunny, and then we got dogs, which are the ones that I have now. So I don't know which one would be my first pet. First one that I got to hang out with was the bunny, so the bunny, Bunny the bunny. Those are all the questions that I have. I will list them in the description below if you want to watch them. If you enjoyed this video, make sure that you give it a thumbs up, and you can watch my TMI tag or my 50 facts about me, which are other similar type videos, and I will link those also in the description below. Thanks for watching!